do our best to answer as many as we can. We are moving on to the Veridian Health SmartHeart digital wrist blood pressure monitor. Now, shifting gears a bit, because we promised you health and wellness in this hour. And what's important is that we kind of are still able to monitor ourselves and our vital signs as we need to. And there are a lot of people who watch here at HSN who it's important for you to know your blood pressure on a more regular basis. This is a very simple tool to use because it fits right on your wrist. It's latex free. You've got a manufacturer's lifetime warranty on this. You've got space where you can, it can read up to 2 different readers, 60 readings at a time that it'll hold and store. It'll even average your last 3 readings. And it's one button operation. And so all you do is put it on your wrist and turn it on, and this is it. And it's easy for you to put on your wrist because I've even tried some that were a little bit kind of tricky to get on. This, you pop it on your wrist on the inside like this. Sit with both feet flat, sit comfortably, don't talk, and you press the button. And while I'm not talking, we're gonna go to Matthew Peters, registered nurse, and he's standing by to help us out. Hi, Matt.
Hello, Tamara. You've been paying attention to how to take your blood pressure, haven't you?
I listen.
So it's nice to see you, Tamara. It's nice to see everybody. Welcome to my spaceship. So we're going to talk about blood pressure. And I know that times are really weird right now. We're all kind of confined to our homes. But you know what? It's the perfect time to focus on our health. And Veridian really helps us out here. So like you said, Tamara, this is going to store up to 60 readings in memory. Clinically accurate readings, but it's going to store double that. So 2 users can use this. You can use this for yourself, 2 months worth of readings. You can also share this with a loved one for an additional 2 months worth of readings. Take that clinically accurate information and show it on your telehealth visit to your doctor. I want to talk about why this is so important, though, because this really is an epidemic in our country, high blood pressure. 1 out of 3 adults in this country has hypertension. So that's 75 million of us. Only about half of us have it under control with our diet or exercise or medication. And another 75 million, that's another 1 in 3, has that pre-hypertension. So that's a crisis waiting. We don't even know that it's on the radar, but it's happening literally every second within our system. It's costing us $46 billion a year. That's not real to any one of us, but what it's costing us is that, you know, the pain and suffering of having a loved one who has a heart attack or a stroke, because oftentimes the very first symptom of high blood pressure is either a heart attack or a stroke. And Tamara, I know we've talked about this a lot on the network. The reason I love Veridian SmartHeart is because it's an incredible value, giving you those 60 readings times 2, 120 readings, clinically accurate, and it even detects an irregular heartbeat if you have that sort of issue going on.
That's exactly right. So you've got everything that you need in the palm of your hands. And what I also like is that you don't have to be a professional. This helps you out. You've got, you know, the fact that it will detect an irregular heartbeat, if that's the case. The fact that we all know 120/80, we know that, but maybe you forgot. Maybe that's not something that comes directly to your mind. What I like is that it gives you the green, yellow, orange, and red lights, so it can kind of, you know, spur you to really think and look a little bit closer. Okay, this reading, maybe it's not where I want it to be, or okay, great, I'm in the safe zone, whatever the case is for you. But the deal is, you know what it is. Because just like Matt was saying, you can't look in the mirror and just see if you have an issue going on with your blood pressure. It's not something that you can see. But these are your vital signs. When you go to the doctor, there are certain things that they always do. They take you have to stand on a scale, and they take your weight. That's the part we don't like. And they take your blood pressure. It happens. These are your vital signs. The weight on the scale, you might be able to look into a mirror and kind of guess what that is. But when it comes to your blood pressure, you can't guess by looking into a mirror. So that's where Veridian just makes it easy for you and for another member of your household and your family. And because this is not expensive, it is something that really does belong in our homes as something that we reach for repeatedly. We've got free shipping on this one. We also have it on 6 Flex, so you can get it home for $4.64. And you're getting the blood pressure monitor as it is, and you get the case. Take it with you when you go to the doctor, and maybe you want to show, I've been taking my blood pressure, this is the average reading. We're going to go back over to Matt so that you can learn a little bit more. But I like that it allows you to have all of your data in one place.
All of it in one place. That's right, Tamara. And we're going to do a little experiment here. So Tamara, you balanced it just right on your wrist. And I want to give everyone a little lesson here, if we could, because you saw it in the video that she was at her bedside. What this gives you is that instant peace of mind. So in about 30 seconds with that clinically accurate technology from Veridian, you're going to get your blood pressure reading. You're going to get your systolic, your diastolic, your heart rate. So Tamara, what I want you to do is I want you to position that on your wrist for me, so you can see the screen, so that palm up, just like you said, and go ahead and press that one button to get that started. Because what we want is, and look at how Tamara is sitting here on the couch. So she's nice and rested. I know she's been running around, which you don't want to be doing ideally, but nice and rested, feet flat on the floor. And she has that nice little triangle so that her Veridian monitor is right at the same level as her heart. So that means that it's not kind of battling against gravity to give you that clinically accurate reading. If you're not positioned properly, it will throw off an error reading, which is what you want. And that's why I trust Veridian. Like I said, in about 30 seconds or so, she'll get that clinically accurate reading. And you are absolutely right, Tamara. We have that white coat syndrome. So when we go see the doctor, we're not in the comfort of our own homes. A lot of times we'll have a really spiked blood pressure reading. And a lot of times your doctor is going to calibrate your medication dosage based on that really high reading. That's what we don't want, because a lot of times you're going to feel sluggish. It's going to be over medication in a lot of times. But if your doctor has 60 readings or 120 readings in memory that you can show him or her, go through those readings, it really is power so that you and your healthcare provider can help you live a better life. That's what I love about these little episodes here, is that we can actually take time to slow down to help you live a better life by giving you that information. And if you've ever had a problem in your life with high blood pressure. My mom had a heart attack years ago and she's doing okay now. But the takeaway with her doctor was, Dottie, you got to check your blood pressure, and you got to do it every day with a device that you can trust so that we can keep tabs on this. And those of you that I've heard from at home that are doing that, it really...
I think we lost him again, but that's right. What he's saying is, when you let him know that you've been using it, and it just gives you that peace of mind. What Matt was talking about with white coat syndrome is we get nervous. We're going to the doctor. We don't know what they're going to say. Sometimes we're going to the doctor because something's wrong. So because we're already not feeling well or we're already sick, that might not be your normal reading, your normal blood pressure reading that they're going to take there. They're still going to take it, but if it's a little bit more elevated than it usually is, one is you'll know, because you'll say, wait a minute, no, normally on a regular day, I'm 120/80 or whatever it is, whatever's normal for you. Because what's normal for me might not be normal for you. But when you know it on a regular basis, then you'll get to know what's normal and you'll be armed with information. You're not sitting there nervous because you have no idea what they're going to say. And that's why I like these kinds of things. These are your vital signs, and it's vital that we know it. And like I said, you cannot look in the mirror and say, oh, this person is the picture of health, because we've always heard the stories of, oh, well, he used to jog every day. He would run 5 or 10 miles every day, and then the next thing you know, something happened. He had an episode, he had an issue. Who knew? These are the kinds of things that give us that information. And they're simple and easy and really, Matt, not intimidating to use.
Not intimidating to use at all. And you know what? I'm going to show you my reading that I just had. If you can see that at home here, let me put it over here to the left here. So 134, that's my systolic, over 91, that's my diastolic. Veridian actually interprets this reading for me right now. That's not my normal blood pressure either, Tamara. I'm usually about 120/80. But you know what gets my blood pressure up is when my Skype feed goes out. So that actually just happened. So the less.
Okay, he keeps locking up. Matt, you need better Wi-Fi, I tell you. That's enough to raise your blood pressure. but it is important for you. It will tell you. He heard me talking about him. Continue.
Okay, so what I was talking about is what really gets my blood pressure up is when my Skype feed goes off twice. So here's the deal. When you have the peace of mind at home, everybody, and that's why everybody has been buying these, you feel better, you can work with your doctor, just get ahead of these things. And when we're all slowing down right now and we're in our homes, and you have time to think about it and spend time with your families, think about health first and get one of these home. You won't be sorry.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you so much for Matt. You know, you're such a good sport for letting me joke with you, but Matt gives us really valuable information. And this is something, I always say there are more fun things to buy, but some things are just a must have for ourselves and for our loved ones. So if you want it, do it while it's on sale, do it while it's on free shipping and flex pay, and while you're getting one for yourself, think about sending one to a loved one who you know could easily benefit from this. Oh, and it doesn't hurt. You don't have to worry about, is it gonna squeeze me? No issues. And I know you're going to enjoy having this one from Veridian. All right, I wanted to also mention and remind you, our candles from earlier, our HomeWorks candles, they've been very